All right. Well, with the aim of growing each and every, no, hang on. In the interest of building all members' business skills, a different member each week is charged with presenting on a topic of their choosing for a 3-minute business growth section. Now, this is such a great opportunity for me because I never ask someone in advance for two reasons. One is, well, I don't get to it. And the other reason is a lot of people think that they can't speak verbatim, like just ad lib straight off the top of their head. And every time I pick someone out, they actually do a really good job. And if they're given a week to think about it, well, who knows where that goes. So this week, we've got the wonderful Gina Callan who's going to give us a business tip. I haven't seen her for a while. She hasn't been out, but she was from the original group. And since you're here, I'm going to take all opportunity to throw you under the bus. So I reckon over this time that we haven't caught up, you will either have a tip that's so great we should probably look into doing it, or so rubbish that we should ignore it, and I don't mind which one it is. Go for it. You've got up to 3 minutes.
Fantastic. So hi everyone, I'm Gina Callan at Ambit Coaching and Clinical Hypnotherapy. My job in life is to empower people to experience joy in love, life and leadership. I'm a marriage celebrant and I specialise in relationships, the relationship you have with yourself and with other people, and particularly in that long-term romantic relationship. A tip I'd have for everyone here today, if you're in a relationship, is to think about resetting once a year at least with your partner, reigniting your relationship and reconnecting with who you are as your authentic core self, but who you are as a partner in life as well. And to do that, I would encourage everyone to sit down at least once a year, or maybe you want to do it every 3 years. If you've been married like me for a long, long time, 35 years, and you're pretty good at managing your relationship, maybe it's every 3 years, but to sit down and do an inventory like the Prepare Enrich inventory. I happen to be a facilitator of that. And just to sit together and with a third party and unpack that inventory so that you can identify areas in your relationship that might just need a little bit of work so that you can continually nurture and enrich that relationship and potentially, you know, pick up any misgivings that you may have had about the way you've behaved in the last 12 months, any communication issues, areas of conflict, areas that you've never talked about with your partner when it comes to the way they were brought up and their family of origin, things that are on their mind. You know, it's important to reset our love maps every year and to make sure that we're communicating in the love style of the other person, as well as using language that meets their needs. We've all got a different idea of the sort of language we use and that we connect with, and as an NLP practitioner as well, it's really helpful sometimes to be able to sit and notice the language that you are using or your partner is using so that you can better connect at the heart level, not the head level. I work with so many people who are really, really highly educated. They're amazing people and they're totally trapped up here in their head. And if they would just drop down into their heart and think about the way they communicated with each other and the way they dealt with issues that came up, and the way they constructed rituals between each other, they'd go a long way towards really reigniting their relationship, getting to know each other every year, because we're all changing constantly in a way that kind of reconnects us and really reignites that relationship beautifully. The other small tip I'd add is if you're in a love relationship now, if you're having struggles there, it will carry over into your business. It will absolutely carry over. So, you know, it's important to stop and meet and greet each other every day with a warm hug, perhaps a 20 to 60 second kiss. Now, how long is it since you've done that? And, you know, and to set out a date night and a State of the Union discussion each year So those are a few little tips, but my as a marriage celebrant, I'm marrying couples, every day, and I see people who think that they're connecting at a deep level, and in fact they're preparing for marriage at a really superficial level. It's all about the dress and the cake and the cars, and it's actually about the marriage, the connection. But they've either lost track of that after being in a relationship for a long time. They're focused on their children and their wider family and friends, and they just forget that their partner's constantly changing. So it's really important to have a few little tips at hand to connect. Thank you for listening to me today, and if anyone needs a hand, come see me at Ambit Coaching and Clinical Hypnotherapy.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Gina. Here, look, I'm just going to give you a little tip in regards to that 20-second kiss. I think that's a great idea. Do that in front of a dog, particularly if you've got a golden retriever, but do that in front of a dog and see how jealous they get when you do that. Because I have to say, Simon and I probably wouldn't do that at all, except Terry gets very jealous. And so, I mean, so we can have a bit of a cuddle and Terry's like, hang on. And we're not sure if he's jealous that Simon's come near me or that he's not getting the attention or if maybe he wants cuddles or something. Not really sure. But every now and then, yeah, we go in for that 10 or 20-second kiss and then we're looking over to see how long it takes for him to react. So if your dog's not reacting, then it's not long enough. That's the tip. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much.